30 minutes in the bathtub or the shower. It feels good. People use it as stress relievers and so forth. It is one of the worst things you could possibly ever do for your skin. We affectionately in the business call it winter itch.
50 to 60% of the population suffer winter itch. Their skin becomes dry, flaky, and worst of all, uncomfortable.
There's very low humidity. The heat is on, and particularly in environments where you have forced air heat, it takes all the moisture out. That's why we have power humidifiers attached to our furnace to put that humidity back in. It's just a very tough season.
Common dry skin is not all that noticeable. Left untreated, it can get worse.
Now it's true confession time. I have a hard time with my dry fingers, and especially my dry cuticles. I start to pick at them.
Well, you're getting a lot of scaling and cracking around here. What I would recommend for you, first of all, is to adjust your bathing habits. 5 minutes, no deodorant, soaps, turn the temperature of the water down.
Using baby oil and bath oil is another common mistake.
This cute little girl is just 4 years old, but her skin is much drier than the skin of a 4-year-old should be. When you come out of the bathtub or the shower, immediately you should apply a moisturizer. There are all kinds. Generally, I tend to prefer the ones that have a petrolatum base, and petrolatum is a natural emollient. Moisturize, 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 and you'll be just as soft and touchable as you want to be.
Dr. Lorna Thomas says if you follow her simple tips, you could turn your winter skin around in just 2 to 3 days. In other health stories making news tonight, 2 tobacco companies are feeling the heat in Florida as the state slaps them with a $1 billion lawsuit over health care for smokers. Florida's government today announced it was suing Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds for the cost of providing treatment to welfare recipients with smoking-related illnesses. The companies say the lawsuit is illegal, and they've asked the state Supreme Court to block it. A breakthrough could be emerging tonight in the fight against cervical cancer. Scientists say a new blood test could help detect the disease in its early stages. The test identifies viral antibodies which are associated with cancer. Researchers hope the finding will soon help doctors catch cervical cancer early and monitor its recurrence. Experts are sounding the alarm tonight about an eye surgery procedure for elderly people. It's called optic nerve decompression surgery, or ONDS, and clinical tests say it's not effective and possibly harmful for the elderly. In most cases, patients who did not undergo the procedure had more vision improvement than those who did. The National Eye Institute tonight says surgeons shouldn't stop performing the procedure. And Frank and Robbie, I suggest you get out of the shower sooner.
Hot showers.
No good.
Staying in there too long.
No good.
Not using enough moisturizers on top of my love of fat. I'm just going through life wrong. Huh?
That's right. Change your habits, is what she's trying to tell you.
Do the opposite of what I do, and you'll live long, healthy, and you'll have soft skin.
Right.
Well, some people claim a new type of gasoline is making them sick. We'll have that story.
And Channel 7's Jim Madaus says we're in for a Wednesday warm-up. But before you break out the spring jackets, stay tuned. We'll have your choice most accurate forecast. With Action News 5 p.m. continues in just a moment.
Hi, this is Dennis Stubacher with the 7 afternoon drive. And as you were well aware, the Southfield Freeway is an absolute mess this afternoon. The accident is still there, and no changes. The North Southfield Freeway remains closed at McNichols until further notice. The southbound side is blocked at 7 Mile. The backup's extensive in both directions of the Southfield. The parallel alternates are busy as well. Greenfield, Evergreen, and Telegraph Road. We have accidents elsewhere. They're slowing drivers. South 75 on the Rouge River Bridge, 96 near Wixom Road, and unfortunately a road closure, a partial road closure along South Van Dyke, 17 Mile in Sterling Heights. Also a very serious accident there. 7 afternoon drive. Dennis Stubacher, WJR's Jet Counter 760.
Hi, this is Guy Gordon. Here's what's new at 6 o'clock this evening. Did a $20 a day lottery habit turn a 78-year-old woman into a murderer? It's a story you'll see only here on Channel 7. Also, some call it an eyesore. Others say it is a necessity. The Supreme Court has handed down a ruling that could change the way of life in hundreds of subdivisions. We'll show you how it could affect yours. Also, Michigan schools may be finally making the grade. We'll show you how. And are you a bathroom snoop? Take a quiz and find out. It's all new, and it's all at 6 o'clock. Hope you'll join us.
Getting later in the year, it's staying daylight a little bit longer every night.
Makes us feel so much better.
Yes,
Right.
it does. Want to go jogging tomorrow? Well, that depends on what you got to say about tomorrow.
I was listening to all your habits there before. I was wondering.
Jogging's not one of them.
That's what I thought. You know, yesterday it was 94 degrees at this time in Los Angeles. Right now, I just checked the wires, it's 68 there. So big difference there, and a big difference for us here in Detroit tomorrow. We're going to warm up. That's definitely some good news. We can go jogging. Well, outside right now, great looking day. A little on the cold side today, but certainly a nice looking day and a nice sunset in the process right now. Sun will go down about a little less than an hour from now. Current temperature in Detroit, 27 degrees. We've got a northwest wind at 14 miles an hour. Haven't talked about wind chill in a while, but boy, it was here today and is here right now. It feels like 6 currently here in the city. We've got a rising barometer, 30.13, and our humidity is 53%. Well, I was out in Warren today at Roos Elementary School talking to the second graders, the third graders, and the fourth graders. Hello, all you second, third, and fourth graders. Had a great time there, as I always do when I go out to schools, and we talked about the weather and answered a lot of questions at Roos Elementary. Well, 27, as we mentioned, right now here in Detroit. It's 23 currently in Flint, 29 degrees at Muskegon, 23 at Traverse City. Teens up in the North Country, Sault Ste. Marie, 15. It's 31 in Chicago, 26 in Cleveland. West of us in Des Moines, Iowa, here's some of that heat that's slowly but surely moving this way. 46 there right now. It's 29 Dubuque, 33 in Minneapolis, St. Paul. We dropped down to 27 this morning here in Detroit. Most of the southern cities were in the 20s. Most of the northern cities, and I say most with the exception of Traverse City, were either in the single digits or teens. So definitely a winter-type day and winter-type morning across the Great Lakes area. Here is the latest satellite view and all the clear skies across our area. You can see some clouds just south of us. A lot of lake effect snow from about Cleveland all the way east because of those northwesterly surface winds coming down over the waters today. So that pattern will move away. Winds will diminish. We'll stay cool overnight to cold overnight and then start that little bit of a warm-up tomorrow. Not much on radar today, just a hit-and-miss shower or snow shower, as we just mentioned, the lake effect stuff off to the east, but a relatively precipitation-free picture there. Now, tomorrow, Wednesday, here's the story. We've got a system moving our way from the west. It'll eventually cross us and start warming things up, and we could see temperatures actually right around 40 here in Detroit. That's a big change from today. Here's our forecast now for the rest of tonight. We're calling for, oh, was that a nice picture in the background? Cold conditions with clearing skies and a low of 16 degrees. Then for tomorrow, a sun-cloud mix, nice-looking day, high 40 with southwest winds, bringing in that warmer air. Then looking ahead to Thursday, cloudy, maybe some snow showers on Thursday as we drop back down into the upper 30s. So at least we'll be around normal or a little above normal for this time of year for the next few days. And we'll take a peek at the weekend coming up, too, as well. It's looking pretty good right now.
We'll go jogging. You set the pace. I'll follow along in my car.
I don't hold your breath, Jim.
I think I'd enjoy it a lot better that way.
There's much more to come in the next half hour of Channel 7 Action News 5 p.m., including the latest developments in the O.J. Simpson trial.
And which long-distance service is the best for you and your family? Channel 7's Joe Ducey will have the answer coming up.
I'm Eric Smith with the tale of a truck with a telltale sign. The story when Action News continues.
And I'm Don Shane. We'll go live to East Lansing to take a look at the Michigan State game. We will talk live with Joe Dumars about his field house, and wait till you hear Steve Fisher's story about that TV he gave Judd. You'll hear that coming up.
You're watching Channel 7 Action News at 5. Named Best Newscast by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
And in our capsule coverage of the state versus O.J. Simpson, Detective Tom Lang, one of 4 L.A. detectives to visit the Simpson estate the night of the murders, spent his second day on the witness stand. Lang says he and Detective Mark Furman and the others left the crime scene for the estate only to notify O.J., establish a rapport with him, and find out if Nicole had recently been threatened. But that all changed when they arrived and found O.J.'s Bronco apparently hastily parked on the street.
Detective Furman stated that he believed there was blood on the door of the Bronco.
And what did you do after you heard that?
I proceeded to the Bronco with Furman, and he pointed to a reddish stain above the door handle on the driver's side.
L.A. Police Detective Tom Lang says at that point on the night of the murders, investigators were only concerned for the welfare of O.J. and other residents at the Rockingham estate.
I felt that someone inside that house may be the victim of a crime, may be bleeding or worse. We could raise no one at the location, so we decided to go in.
Under questioning by prosecutor Marcia Clark, Lang explained that it was actually Detective Mark Furman who scaled the wall, opening the gate from the inside so other detectives could enter. Defense lawyers have asserted that Furman is a racist cop who took that opportunity to plant evidence, including the bloody glove, that Lang says was pointed out to him by Furman as they checked the house and grounds.
Do you recognize what's shown there, sir?
Yes, that's a, there'd be a dark brown or black leather glove that was pointed out to me by Furman.
How close did you get to the glove before you were able to see it?
Approximately 6 feet.
And you got within 6 feet of it before you were able to see it?
I had been told what we were going to look for, what we were going to look at, and it was probably 6 or 8, maybe 10 feet before I could actually distinguish what it was.
And you were actively looking for it at that time, I take it?
Yes.
That may open the door for the defense to question how Furman could have seen the glove in the first place, in the dark, when Lang, who knew to look for it there, couldn't see it until he was just 6 to 10 feet away. Lang also testified to how he notified Arnell Simpson of the murders in person at the estate and Nicole's sister Denise by phone. Lang says Denise Brown screamed at hearing the news, but Judge Lance Ito wouldn't allow Lang to tell the jury what she said. In interviews, Brown has said she screamed that O.J. killed her sister. On another matter, the judge ordered a Friday hearing on whether Rosa Lopez, the maid next door to Simpson, who may provide him with an alibi, can testify early. After tracking her down and hiding, defense lawyers say they fear she may flee to El Salvador to escape the publicity. Now, based on whether Judge Ito determines Lopez to be a flight risk at that Friday hearing, she could be ordered to testify and be cross-examined on videotape to be presented later, or the prosecution's case could be suspended so that the defense could present her testimony immediately. For all the latest developments on the O.J. trial, stay tuned to Channel 7 and ABC News. We'll have daily capsule coverage, and we'll carry events live when warranted.
Well, the long-distance telephone companies, it seems, will say and do anything to try to get your business, try to get you on their service. They brawl over business over the TV and through the mail, and for many, well, it just seems like a confusing mess and message. Channel 7's Joe Ducey set out to sort it out and help you find the right rate.
Must be MCI math again. Look at your bill to get any discount at all.
Imagine if commercials were interactive, like these long-distance ads, most of which only tell you part of the story.
MCI introduces new friends and family. A 25% savings automatically when you spend just $10 a month.
And that sounds great, but remember, just having MCI won't save you anything. You have to sign up for this and all plans, and if you spend less than $10 a month, forget any discount.
Every day we're lured with checks, bonus points, or ads wanting us to switch long-distance carriers. It's helped AT&T gain back hundreds of thousands of old customers.
It's easier, and it's a well-known name, and I'm familiar.
Customers with AT&T's savings plan, True USA, get a 10% discount for spending $10 or more, 20% for $25, 30% for $75 or more. But is AT&T the company for you? We asked Danny Brieri with the New Jersey consulting firm TeleChoice to compare long-distance costs.
You save more money, typically, with what MCI and Sprint have to offer, whether you're on a calling circle or not, than even with the best AT&T scenario.
MCI's new Friends and Family plan offers a whopping 50% discount if you call certain MCI users you've signed up. But now customers can also get a 25% discount off Circle, calling anyone. Rates depend on distance and time of day.
For the tightly knit consumer, MCI Friends and Family is the best option.
Sprint has the simplest plan. Customers on its Sprint Sense pay 10 cents a minute from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and all weekend. 22 cents other times. Rates don't depend on distance.
In most instances, that is the best plan if you're not going to sign people up for your calling circles.
If you're confused now, just wait. Not only are we seeing phones that take faxes and email, soon local phone companies are going to be offering long-distance service, long-distance companies, local service, and cable companies are getting involved?
Yes, local television cable companies want to offer phone service. AT&T and the others want to carry local service, something Ameritech doesn't mind, because it wants to offer long distance and put everyone on the same playing field.
We're probably the most aggressive local company in the country. We've been the only ones who have offered to make our local network open to all competition and make it easy for the long-distance companies to come in and provide local service. And as I mentioned, what we would like is the ability to provide long distance.